And finally, with Pokemon Go, we're only getting started with the game. We just launched our first major update of 2017. We introduced 80 new Pokemon into the game. And we have 3 major new releases for Pokemon Go mapped out for this year.
This is big news! John Hank, aka the CEO of Niantic, just hinted to 3 major updates coming out this year. Although he didn't say which updates are coming out, I have a very, very good idea as to which ones are coming and when they'll be here. Just as like an FYI, there's a lot of really important and exciting information at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. Also, do not forget to comment down what you guys think the big 3 updates of 2017 will be for Pokemon Go, because I've seen so many different combinations and theories to answer that question, so I want to see yours. And we'll be discussing all of that in today's video, but first we need to go to the best place ever for Pokemon Go. We need to grind today. I've not had like a hunting grind farm day in a little bit, so we're gonna head out, talk about some important stuff, and catch some Pokemon. Well, I'm an idiot. Completely forgot today was my 7-day streak, even though I remembered that today was my 7-day streak, and I caught a Kabuto, which gave us 2600 XP, which is awesome, but I didn't get my lucky egg down, and I didn't double that XP, which would have been great. But we will drop the lucky egg and actually go hit our first stop, which I cannot reach from the car, so I have to get out and do that. Also, the nearby is not loading. Not off to a hot start. Wow, that's an impressive nearby, huh? Okay, we're gonna get our 7-day streak, see if we could possibly get an evolution item out of the stop, because that would be great, because I need upgrade, I want upgrade. And after that, the exciting stuff, all the updates, speculation, and news, and what we know and what I think is coming and when it will be here, all of that stuff. But first, 7-day streak. Okay, we're at a stop, but if you guys want to see some Santa Monica Pier, just specialties. We have a gym here with an Espeon, and then I guarantee you if I turn around, there's gonna be a Tyranitar at one of the gyms. There's one in here. We have a level 1 gym with a 2800 Tyranitar, and then at this gym, I'm assuming there's probably another something big. No, just a bunch of Dragonites. Okay, that's Santa Monica for you. Okay, let's go drop a lucky egg and then grab this 7-day streak stop and hopefully get an evolution item. That would be great. All right, here we go. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, let's see it. Come on, gimme, 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 gimme. No. No. You gotta be kidding me. Are you, yeah, you don't get it, you are not guaranteed an evolution item out of your 7-day streak. And if we scroll down, I do not have one. But though, we did get to level 33, so that's awesome. And we still didn't get an evolution item, but hey, we got 15 Pineapple Berries and level 33. Let me see if I can, I don't know how to screenshot on Android. I just took a picture with my phone. Level 33, that's awesome. And then if we go in, and we have a ton of Pineapple Berries now. Oh my gosh, we have 1,033 items, so I'm gonna have to dump some stuff before we go anywhere else. Oh, that's depressing. Well, we got 5,100 XP. We should be getting like over 10,000, but I caught a Pokemon like an idiot. Now, hopefully we can find or get an evolution item out of one of these stops throughout the day, but I don't know. But we will most definitely talk about this new update announcement. I guess it's not even a new update announcement, but our speculations on what the next 3 updates are gonna be 2017. What a strong start we got here. We have a Seadra and a Scyther sitting right next to each other. I don't think I've ever seen that before, like in my life. So now let's start talking about John Hank and what was that throw? Oh, sniper, John Hank, and what he was talking about during the press conference or the keynote today. Nice, got the Seadra. Basically, he said that there were 4 big updates coming 2017. Generation 2 was one of the 4. Yeah, there's the Kingdra right there that we cannot get because I've never gotten a Dragon Scale. I'd love one though, but I'm not lucky. So a lot of people are speculating which 3 updates are gonna come out this year. And main ones that people are deciding between trading, PvP battling, breeding, and Generation 3. Obviously that's 4, and you gotta knock out 1 to drop this year, but I think I know which 3 are coming and when they're gonna be here. Nice. We got the Scyther. It's a weird just Scyther Seadra combo, and then there's a Scizor, another Pokemon that we cannot get yet. Let's move like 5 feet down that way so we can get the cluster. Yeah, this is why we moved down to this cluster. As you can see, grab this Hop-Up though at 17 CP. I do not have my jump left, so we definitely do need the Hop-Up candy. Let's start talking about what I think is gonna come out in these 3 future updates in 2017. First and foremost, breeding. Let me catch a Pokemon so I can show you something. We'll go with the Marill because he's little and blue, and I like the color blue because, you know, Team Mystic. Also, it's a really windy day on the pier, so I'm sorry if the audio quality is a wee bit off. Nice. Marill down. When you look at a Pokemon in your inventory, it has its gender to the right of its name. Also, there's certain Pokemon that look different according to their genders. A very prime example, and one that we got a sneak peek of a while ago, is Pikachu. Pikachu's tail is different depending on the gender, and there's a lot of different differences. That's an interesting sentence. There's a lot of differences between different different types of Pokemon, depending on gender. So I'm saying for the first out of the 3 updates 2017, we'll get breeding. And I'm saying that's gonna happen before summer, within the next maybe month or 2, because we have everything in play for breeding. We've got baby Pokemon, we've got genders. Now we just need breeding to drop. Remember to let me know down in the comments what you guys think is gonna come out this year, 2017, and in which order. But remember, I am low-key a psychic, so I know exactly when stuff's happening. Actually, I said that, and I said Gen 2 would drop on that Friday, and it dropped Thursday, and I looked like an idiot. But no one said anything. I was actually really happy that I didn't get called out. But I do think breeding will be the first out of the 3 major updates. Nice, more candy towards our Kingdra if we can ever get it. Oh, hey, a Totodile just popped up right here. Nice. We have got hella pineapple berries, and we're definitely gonna be using those on this Totodile. We have 562 CP Totodile, so this is a little bit of a larger one, but I do believe in our abilities with the Pineapple Berry Ultra Ball to grab this guy. I still need a good IV Totodile. I'm almost out enough candies to get my Feraligatr, and I don't have a Totodile to do it. It's looking like this one will go down on the Pineapple Berry, and we should be rounding out almost 100 candies too on the Totodile, so this will be solid. Ah, there we go. Okay, got the Totodile. I was a little nervous that it was gonna run, but he went down perfecto, and that is another 6 candies. We're now at 99, so let me see the IVs on this and we'll transfer them out. Oh, yo, wait, run that back. I was just talking about how I needed a good IV Totodile. Okay, wonderful, which is good IVs, and we've got HP and attack, and they're both decent. That was awesome. Oh, 6, so now we just need, what, 26 more candies, and we can get our Feraligatr. We do have our good IV Totodile. Wow, what a great catch, yo. Evolution item? Maybe? Possible. No. Okay, let's see what the end of the pier has to offer us. So the end of the pier cluster definitely is fat, but there's nothing really super rare except for the Cyndaquil, which we sniped. Please, work. Oh no. Oh god. There we go. I wonder how many Pokemon I can oh god, this is... what is happening here? Alright, you guys are now watching me break Pokemon Go. Oh my gosh, the Cyndaquil really aired out. Okay, I guess after this I kind of deserve it. I guess while we load back in, we can talk about the second update that I think is going to come to Pokemon Go in 2017. And that is going to be, drumroll please, Generation 3. Yes, I know. I'm sorry I said it. I know Generation 2 just came out. Why is my internet not working? You gotta be kidding me. The end of the pier at Santa Monica always has like internet issues for everyone who does not have Verizon, but Verizon's always chill. I can't load in right now though. I can't load in. So I can log in and connect just fine on my iPhone, but my Samsung can't. This is why I hate Samsung and I like iPhone. Well, I thought I fixed it. I was able to load in and all the Pokemon were there, and then as I started recording, it all disappeared. What is going on with my luck today, dude? It's just not meant to be. There's a Tyranitar in the gym though, which is impressive. We have a 3100 Tyranitar and a 3200 Tyranitar, both probably spoofers. Wait for the spawn, watch, it's gonna happen. This is gonna be crazy. Come on, cluster. There it is, oh my god. All right, let's talk about Generation 3 and why I definitely know it's for sure 100% coming out this summer. I'm actually gonna take a knee right here. Wow, the sun is blasting in my face and I am in a jacket. So it took Niantic about 7 months to drop Generation 2, and the biggest reason why is because Generation 1 really wasn't ready to launch, and there was a lot of things that they had to fix before they dropped Generation 2. Biggest thing was tracking. There was not a tracking system in play for the longest time, and they absolutely 100% had to fix that, and they did. There were also a bunch of improvements, just UI and overall like game improvements that had to be made, that they did make, and then there's the character customization. There was a lot of little things they had to drop before Gen 2 came out. And now that Gen 2 is dropped, there's only a couple more things they have to drop before Generation 3 needs to come out. And I'm saying one more major update, which will be breeding, and then they'll do like more, you know, minor text fixes kind of stuff and graphics changes. But I'm saying Gen 3 comes out this summer, and this is the reason why. One, it's summer. They dropped the game in summer. They dropped the generation a couple months later when the game was more developed and they needed a generation to like save the game. And then this summer, I'm assuming they'll drop Gen 3 just because, you know, it's gonna be, what? From the time Gen 2 launched to the time summer's gonna roll around, that'll be like between 4 to 6 months. So that gives them a great window of time to just kind of like wait, let the Gen 2 hype die down a little bit, and then drop a new generation. Plus it's gonna be summer, which means oh my gosh, wonderful IVs in the Wooper. Hey, I do not have a Quagsire, so that was a good catch. When summer finally rolls around, there's gonna be a lot more people obviously outside playing Pokemon Go and playing games like it. So they're definitely gonna wanna capitalize on that and drop a big update that's gonna bring everyone, not everyone back to the game, but bring a lot more people into it. And that's gonna be Generation 3. I'm assuming it's gonna be Generation 3 because every time Niantic drops new Pokemon, a lot more people come back just because there's more things to do in the game, and especially when the weather's better. Oh, what Electabuzz? Dude, I haven't seen Electabuzz in forever. When summer 2017 rolls around, I'm saying Niantic drops Generation 3. I hope at least, because they're gonna have to drop Gen 3 quicker than they drop Gen 2 because Gen 2 is like a continuation of Gen 1 and it's not as big. Gen 3 has a ton of Pokemon. Gen 2 had like 80-ish, or 90-ish, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna clean this cluster and then let's get on to the third update of 2017. We're actually hatching some windy 5K eggs right here. I say windy because it's windy and we're hatching 5Ks. 5K number 1, a Drowsy actually. That's a pretty rare egg hatch. Number 2, let's see what we got cooking here. I'm hoping for something generation 2. Oh my gosh, we got a Smoochum. Wow, I have never hatched a Smoochum out of the 5K until now. Actually, I might have, correct me if I have, but yo, we got a Gen 2 baby Pokemon out of a 5K. I know that's like not really super exciting anymore. That was exciting back in like October, but I haven't hatched a baby in a minute, so that was pretty cool. And then number 3, Ponyta. That one's to be expected. If I had $1 for every time I hatched a Ponyta, I would unmonetize my YouTube channel. We found a wild. Hey!
Finally made it out here.
I know. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to do a little hunt today.
I know, because my tire's flat.
Yeah, this guy popped a tire and was saved by like the freeway angels.
The freeway patrol saved me today.
Freeway. I never even knew that existed.
I didn't either. But
clutch team.
Very clutch.
That lady almost got hit by a car. I don't know if you saw that.
Did she?
Straight up dropped her jack in front of the Honda. Someone almost died in front of us. But yeah, so hopefully in the near future we'll be able to go out and do some Gen 2 hunts with this man.
Yeah, hopefully. I can keep my tires on.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like your homeland, isn't
this
it?
Is
you
literally
know this place so
my
well.
turf.
I'm come pulling. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? And he's like, I see you
I
already.
spotted him. Oh yeah, I was
already
watching.
know where you are.
This guy, by the way, channel link will be in the description. If you guys like the shots that I'm doing, his shots all over mine. They circles around everything I do.
Thank
so
you, man.
Yeah, he is actually returning the. He took out
the
the
Mavic. You'll see some of that. Got some good shots with that today.
Yeah, where did you go? Some crazy
I'll
Instagram
take you.
stuff.
I'll take you.
Okay, we'll have some insane vlogs in the future.
I'll take you there.
That'll be a future thing. Yo,
cool,
that'll
man.
happen in the future.
Absolutely.
And everybody say what's up to Senor Matt
say hi.
in the comments and on his channel. Yo, we got a Rapidash, there's a Mischievous here too, and a Skiploom, and a Wild Pope Dave, as always.
Yes!
How we all doing today?
We're doing amazing!
Awesome. Yo, the freaking cluster right here is just nuts.
I've never seen a Skiploom in the wild.
Oh,
this
for real?
is something new.
Yo, they spawn weirdly like right here all the time. So this
I need to
is the
be here
place
more
to be.
often.
Yeah, just pitch a tent, bro. You'll feel that. Boom, we got the Skiploom. What a random catch. Now there's a Mischievous to catch. A lot of people in the pier today, but we have a Mischievous right here, which is an awesome catch. I do not see these a lot, so this is cool. You know, one Pokemon that this reminds me of that I do not have is a Sneasel. Mischievous is cool though, but now it's time to talk about what I think the third update of 2017 will be. And honestly, it's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Now remember, update number 1, breeding. Number 2, Gen 3. Number 3, I'm saying, is gonna be PvP battling. And I'm predicting that to come out more towards the fall and winter season of 2017 because they have to space these updates out throughout the year so they don't drop them too quickly. And the main reason why I say they're gonna bring it out in the fall and winter season is because they did not drop Gen 2 too early because they didn't want it to drop during, you know, when everyone was snowed in. Because it wouldn't make sense because a lot of people like myself could go outside and catch a lot of Pokemon, and then the majority of the people in the world who are snowed in and rained in would have to sit back and watch, which would suck. And that would also actually increase spoofing in the game because if you can't go out and play Pokemon, you're gonna spoof. So they're gonna want to avoid that for Generation 3, which is why I'm saying they're dropping Gen 3 over the summer so that they don't have to worry about people not being able to go out and play. And I'm saying they drop PvP during the fall winter season so that when people can't go outside and play, when it is snowy, when it is rainy, they can sit inside and battle their friends, which is still kind of a fun thing to do. In my head, that makes perfect sense. Also, we have a Rapidash here for a whopping 457. This is just garbage. But the reason why I think PvP is gonna be the highlight update of Pokemon Go is because gym battling is fun, but it's pretty stale. Like, it's the same thing. You go in, you battle a Dragonite or a Snorlax, and then you leave. But PvP battling will be a whole nother story because you'll actually be live battling 1v1 against your friend or against a random person, which is gonna be like way more fun than gym battling ever was. The reason is because gym battling, it's fun, but you're basically versing an AI that does the same thing in every single gym. Also, you don't know the person you're battling unless, like, you know, your friend posted up, so it's not that competitive. But when you introduce a 1v1 PvP scenario, that's when it gets a lot more fun because you're not only going up against a not AI, you're going up an actual person so that, you know, you're gonna have to dodge, you're gonna have to use actual real battle strategies when battling if you want to win. So the competitive aspect is gonna be there just because it's gonna be a lot harder to beat people and it's gonna be more of like an actual real battle. And you can also battle your friends and family, which just makes the whole thing more fun because if I can sit down and go up against Jake, aka my brother, and just completely smack him, that's a good time. Love to Jake though. But yeah, those are my final predictions. I'm saying Breeding coming out within the next 1 to 2 months. Gen 3 coming out this summer within the next, 5-ish months. And then PvP and battling coming more towards fall and winter. To be honest with you, I'd much rather see PvP come out this summer just because I want PvP in Pokemon Go so bad. That will be such a game changer, but I guarantee you from a marketing standpoint, from just everything that makes sense, they're gonna wait for PvP to drop until around the December and October and November, the winter fall months. So those are my predictions. Let me know yours down in the comments, and let's see if we can catch any more rare Pokemon today. We haven't caught anything super crazy. I think the Skiploom and the Mischievous were our rarest catches, and I do kind of have to leave the pier in about 35 to an hour, so we're gonna have to comb the beaches for some rare stuff. All right, we're here at the pier with Aaliyah. What team are you?
Mystic.
Okay, alright, good. So we're friends then. Awesome. And then she is level 22?
Yeah.
What's your highest CP Pokemon?
Espeon at
Are you serious?
1700.
You got your Espeon right away?
Yeah.
Was that like the first thing you did when Gen 2 came out?
Yes.
Exactly. Any shout outs you want to make to anybody?
Cody.
Alright, big shout out to Cody from the Santa Monica Pier.
Cody in Wisconsin.
Cody in Wisconsin. Okay, we got squad and a shout out and 2Ks.
Hi, Gordo. What's up?
Gordo?
Yo, big shout out to Gordo. Alright there. And the 2K is gonna be a Slugma. Alright, I'll take it. Totodile or Chikorita would be great. Pichu. Hey,
that's okay.
baby Pokemon. That's a cool hatch. Yeah, a little novelty. Yeah. They should have party hats. Let's see. 2K number 3.
Another
Alright, hey, double Pichu. And we actually have kind of a cool cluster with a Yanma down here at an Abra too. So, wait, and what was your name?
Kiev.
Kiev, and what level are you?
34.
Oh my gosh, this guy destroys me.
What's your best
Level
Pokemon?
30. Yeah. What's your highest CP?
It's 3048 Gyarados.
Oh my
Gyarados?
god. 3,000 Gyarados? That's a monster. Bah! Got the Yanma. The Yanma took a while for me to catch. Yeah, hopefully something like an auxiliary response today, but so far it's a pretty slow day on the pier. I'm calling this now, but I see 2 Fanfy. I'm assuming one's gonna error out. Oh, boom! There we go. We got 1 Fanfy. We did catch a Wild Dawn fan. I think last time we were here or the time before that, so the candy I don't really need, but I definitely am going to pineapple berry these guys. Are there 2? Yeah, there are 2.
There are?
What the? Oh, no, there's the error. Called it. I got trolled. There's a party Pikachu. There it is. Okay. There's a party hat Pikachu and a Totodile. Oh, which one? We're going for the Pikachu just because I think that one is definitely more rare at the moment. These guys are hard to find, so we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna pineapple berry that Totodile because we do need a little bit more candies because we're, oh my goodness. Wow, alright.
I wish that was that strong, but I play Pokemon for a living.
Maybe I should have picked the Totodile first. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hey, there he is. Please be Totodile. Okay, Totodile's still here. Thank God. There we go.
I already have one.
Caught it. And we, you got yours?
Yeah.
He got his Pikachu. We got our Totodile. You got his?
I got mine.
Hey, he's squad. And then we're at now 105 Totodile candy, so we're super close to getting.
Oh,
woo!
Oh, God.
I don't know what just happened, bro, but we almost got killed. Who was that? Who threw it? Who threw it? So as we were standing here, bro, some Team Valors threw something. Somebody threw something here, and then the birds swarmed us, but we got attacked. We got attacked, bro. We might have to get in a fist fight with somebody for that. We have actually another party at Pikachu, so I guess now the day that I'm not trying to make a video on them, they're less rare. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, with these guys, catch and keep as many as you possibly can, because like the Christmas hat Pikachu, they'll probably never bring it back. Now we got a rare catch. We got a Grimer right here. So it's picking up. 17 CP Grimer. We are going to pineapple berry this just because you don't see Grimers ever anymore. So we need the candies. One hitter quitter. Nice. We have yet another party hat Pikachu. Dude, I'm telling you, now they're like just super duper common. Day 1, they were hard to find. There we go. Here we go. One hit Aquita on the party hat Pikachu. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Now we have 2 party hat Pikachu and then 1 party hat Raichu.
Wondering how did I get so low? I thought you were a 10, something more than a friend. Now I'm tired of the same old hoes. All the time that we spent was a waste in the end. Like no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no.
Then we actually have a lot more important stuff to talk about. Also quickly, one thing, I just realized I did not mention at all throughout this entire video the possibility of a legendary event being one of these 3 big updates. The reason why is because I figured, update would be like something new coming to the game, although legendaries would be something new. It wouldn't be an update, it would be an event. Obviously it would require an update to happen, but it would be like under the category of events, not update. So that's a possibility too though. Legendaries are definitely a possibility for 2017, so keep your eyes out. In San Francisco, there's this event called GDC see the game developer convention where a bunch of game developers convene and talk. Now, Niantic was there at that convention and they talked about some pretty cool stuff. The greatest update that will ever come to Pokemon Go is currently in the works. Boom! Sunsets! Yes, sunsets are coming to Pokemon Go. As you can see, there's going to be a much more accurate representation of the time of day in Pokemon Go, and that should be coming out in a future update. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but all I know is that sunsets are coming to Pokemon Go, and you guys know how much I love sunsets. There was a sunset time-lapse in this video. This is lit. That is a for sure thing happening. That is really, really exciting, and honestly, if you look at that screenshot, it looks super duper nice the way that the game looks just more like the real world, which is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Pokemon Go, the game itself, look more like the real world around you, which is why there's like the AR modes, and now which is why they have sunsets coming, or you know, more accurate representations of time throughout the day. It's really, really cool. It's a super awesome concept, and I cannot wait to see that in the game. And if you guys are excited as I am, sunset hype in the comments. Also, the CEO of Niantic was interviewed, John Hank, and he said this: "We've planned the release of updates for each trimester of this year. People was asking for more updates, but you have to think that the 6 months prior to the release, we only focus on making a very good first version. We couldn't think about new features, just small details. Once released, we can start designing updates, and that's what we'll do now each trimester." And we actually talked about that in today's video. Basically what he's saying is that the 6 month time gap between game launching and Generation 2 coming out, they couldn't bring out big updates, and this is exactly what I said. They couldn't bring out big updates because they needed improvements. They needed to fix the small things before they brought out the big things, and now that all of the small things are fixed, they can start pushing out the major updates, and like he said right there, they'll do that every trimester. It's a little concerning that updates are going to only come out every trimester, so the updates have to be big and they have to be awesome, and you know, obviously there's going to be like smaller quality of life updates in between these big updates, but an update every trimester, that's kind of a big gap, but I believe. Also, he said this: "There will be new features. For example, being able to play cooperatively group competitions. It's something that worked in Ingress, and that's what we'll adapt to Pokemon Go. There will also be new Pokemon, which guarantees new Pokemon coming 2017. Now, this could mean a couple things. It could mean Legendaries, it could mean Shinies, and it could mean Generation 3. It means Generation 3. They can't go a whole year without dropping a new generation of Pokemon. Generation 3 will come this year. So that's just confirming that Gen 3 is coming. Also, the cooperative play, that could mean PvP. Although he said group competition, so yeah, it could be PvP if you guys can set up, if they allow it so you could go with a group of friends and set up like a tournament, a Pokemon Go battle tournament as a group competition, that would be awesome. I just cracked the code. I know it's psychic. So from all this information, I'm saying guaranteed we'll get Generation 3, and I'm thinking we'll get some sort of PvP group competition feature as well. Either way, it's very exciting. We have a lot of fun stuff coming to Pokemon Go, and I cannot wait for these updates. Make sure to tell me down in the comments what 3 updates you guys think will come in 2017. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a very, very exciting one, and I can't wait to see what is in store for the future of Pokemon Go. But that is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you all in the next one. I love you guys. Peace out.